Hi everyone, Professor Philip Travis here. EOU, this is World History 111. This announcement is our Week 4 announcement. And I'm going to make this announcement a little bit short because our factoid this week is the video below. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So this week we are getting into our discussion of the greater Greco-Roman world. We're going to talk about this really important period of history, the period of antiquity in the greater Mediterranean world. We're going to be talking about this for 2 weeks. This week, now you're reading from our textbook, this week and next week is chapter 7. But next week, chapter 7 covers Persia, Greece, and Rome. This week we're going to look at Greece. We're also going to look at Persia. And I actually have 2 recorded lectures in there. One's on Greece and one's on Persia that you may view to help you sort of understand the material. Next week, I'm going to have a separate reading. It's not a reading of a book that was assigned for this or was for purchase for this class. The reading next week, it comes from a collection of documents. And so we're going to be looking at Rome very specifically next week. And particularly, we're going to be looking at Rome through the lens of some really intriguing primary source documents that I'm going to provide for everyone in a PDF and modules. And I really think everybody's going to be very intrigued by those documents that we're reading next week, as well as the material for this week. So we're getting into some material. This week, ancient Greece, for example, we're getting into some material that these are places that I've visited quite a bit. There's other places we're coming up to in the class that I've also been fortunate enough to visit. But many of the ancient sites of the Greco-Roman world, Greece, Rome, I've been fortunate enough to be able to visit, and I've done firsthand videos and lectures from the very sites. And that's what your factoid is for this week. It'll be your factoid for next week as well, as I have some on-location videos from areas of Rome that I'll share next week. So, of course, highly significant period of history with respects to the emergence of antiquity in the Mediterranean world and beyond. And, of course, there are very, very far-reaching sort of lessons or concepts and influence from the Greek world, the Roman world, and the Persian world that still remain highly relevant to us today. So I think we'll find this a very, very fascinating discussion for the next couple of weeks. And I think we'll be able to look at the Greco-Roman world and very much make some compare and contrasting with our modern world. So I think we'll see some relevance for discussion and understanding when it comes to looking at this past and understanding the modern world, whether it's concepts like democracy, ideas associated with philosophy, the effect and role of empires, how empires rise, how empires crumble and fall, these types of things. Okay, so discussion forum this week. Of course, we are looking at ancient Greece and Persia this week. I have 2 short primary source documents for you this week in modules in PDF form. One is on women in Greece, in the Greek world, and the other is on the Cyrus cylinder, Cyrus the Great, the founder of the Achaemenid or Persian Empire, the one, of course, that ultimately would fight the Greeks, though that wasn't Cyrus. That was, of course, first Darius and then Xerxes, who fought the Greeks in the Persian Wars. The factoid for this week comes from the video below. It's kind of a long video, but I think it's very interesting. This is a video that I shot on site in ancient Greece from a number of different locations. I produced this video with the music and the imagery and obviously the narration and the video clips as well. What I'm going to do, since it's about 16 minutes long, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer 3 extra credit points for this factoid video. So if you've gotten a late start on the factoids, you just figured out when we're doing these factoids, you can do this one and basically be caught up to where everybody else was last week in terms of points. extra credit points. And if you've been doing them all, you're just getting that many more bonus points. So 3 extra credit bonus points for the factoid for this week, which is the video below from ancient Greece. This video, I would like you to watch all of it, and it's going to really help you with some of the ideas that we're going to be engaging in the discussion forum and potentially on the next exam. What I would also mention is, I guess, you don't have to summarize the entire video, okay? Instead, give me some things that you took from it. Just give me a few ideas that you were watching the video. What did you find interesting? These types of things. Just let me know that you've watched it. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's an on-site, first-hand sort of video that I produced myself, and we'll have some more of these, like the Paul de Bruin Dolman video from Ireland, but a little bit more elaborate and in-depth. We'll have more of these coming throughout the term. Okay, watch that video. Send me the factoid. Get you 3 bonus points. Factoids no later than Wednesday by midnight, and let's have a great week.